Perivasharanam, Devathin Kural, Book 6, Ananda Bhairavi. There is a name for Ambal in Lalita Sahasranama as Maheshwara Mahakalpa Mahatandava Sakshini. But there, the reference is to the Mahasamhara Tandavam of the end stages of Armageddon, for which she is only a witness. But here, in Shloka number 41 of Saundarya Lahari, what is mentioned is the dance of creation. There, when Swami is dancing the dance of Samhara, Ambal, as the kind mother, is only watching the proceedings as a Sakshini, just as a witness. But here, in the dance of creation, she is joining him as well. Even though she is the Sakshini, as mentioned in Lalita Sahasranama, when Shiva is letting flow a molten fire like in a volcano, Ambal cools down the situation by a downpouring of rain of compassion. It does not mean, however, that she is a hindrance in the way of destruction and reabsorption, which anyway has to carry on. But like administration of anesthesia during surgery and administration of painkillers, she only alleviates the pain in the situation. Even planned offensive by an army is called an operation, isn't it? So also is Rudra's operation of Samhara. After all, Rudra is one of her appointees, isn't it? Then the cycle has to turn around again to Srishti, Sthiti and Samhara. So here, Shiva again becomes the Ananda Bhairava, and with Ambal as Ananda Bhairavi, with her cooperation, dancing the Tandava Lasya combination with music and dance. Ananda Bhairavi also happens to be the name of a raga in Carnatic classical music. Now back to the shloka. The poet, our Adi Acharyal, is meditating on such a scene of music and dance. Only when you are happy, you think of singing and dancing as some people do after drinking. Ishvara and Ambal, in blissful effervescence, are dancing. Because they are so, we should not be taking too much liberty. That is why they are combining their playfulness with the seriousness of Bhairavam, which means an indication of anger, fierceness and ferociousness. That is so, such that we may keep within our limits. However, the Bhairava guna is only temporary, because blissfulness is their permanent nature. What is the biggest blissfulness of theirs? To be loving and kind towards all living forms is their biggest defining quality. Sarvabhuta Dhaya is this couple's happiness. At the end of the third line in the shloka, it says, Dayaya, meaning by their kindness. So what do they do by their kindness? By their kindness, they reconstruct and recreate this world once again after the last act of Samhara. I know you must be thinking on these lines now. Oh, my dear sir, that is all right. Our only question is as to why can't we call it quits? We are only suggesting that we may not have this cycle going on forever and ever, as it is given in Bhajagovindam, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatari Shayanam. Why don't we stop this? Could be a question. Well, if you hold that opinion, let me point out the mistake in that contention. Like there are 7 days in a week and 30 days in a month, the period of Srishti goes on for some millions numbers of years, for which there is a fixed calculation, at the end of which there has to be a pralaya. Will all the individuals of existence be fit enough and worthy of moksham at that precise moment? That is just not possible. Each individual thinks no end to him or herself in whatever form and go on accumulating yet some more positive and negative karma balances which remain yet to be accounted for when the pralaya occurs. The period of pralaya and the period before the next cycle of creation begins, there is a long period of rest compulsorily given to all and sundry. This compulsory rest uniformly given to all is an act of absolute kindness only. With this aim in view, Ananda Bhairava and Bhairavi, by their dance of Tandavam and Lasyam, recreate the next Srishti out of their extreme kindness and compassion, and hence the poet added the word Dayaya. Since they are the divine couple who recreate the world, they are also the Janaka Janani, as a parent for all of us. Thus, our Acharya ties all of us in a knot of love with our parents, whichever nation or country or religion we may think we belong to. We are all children of the same divine parent. Periyava Sharanam.